Hi everyone, update on Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist who's disappeared after visiting the Saudi Arabian embassy in Turkey to get some papers for his upcoming marriage. Apparently you can see him there walking in. This is CCTV coverage of him walking into the embassy, and he never came out. His wife was outside waiting for him. And then there's also CCTV footage of 15 members of a so-called hit squad from Saudi Arabia entering the embassy shortly afterwards, and Khashoggi never came out. It's reported one of them took a bone saw with him, and it looks like he's been cut up and dismembered. This is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Man, if I ever get high profile, I'm definitely going to be on their hit list, that's for sure. So I'm going to go to The Guardian for this. Recordings prove Jamal Khashoggi was killed, Turkish investigators claim. I said in the video yesterday there's apparently audio and video of this, and I couldn't confirm that it was true yesterday. I'm pretty sure now that these audio and certainly the audio recording exists, because BBC Arabic have actually admitted that they've heard them, and it seems like these recordings do exist. And Khashoggi was interrogated, tortured, killed, and then dismembered by our ally, Saudi Arabia. Let me say that again. Khashoggi was tortured, killed, and dismembered by our ally, Saudi Arabia. Guardian article, I'm not going to read too much of this, just this one page. Turkish investigators have claimed video and audio recordings exist that prove Jamal Khashoggi was killed, a sign that Ankara is willing to keep up pressure on Riyadh to back up its claims it has nothing to do with the dissident journalist's disappearance. US government officials told Washington Post late on Thursday that their Turkish counterparts claimed that recordings from 2nd of October prove Khashoggi was murdered and his body dismembered during a visit to the Saudi consulate in Istanbul to pick up marriage paperwork. That's a video of him. That's a screenshot up there, CCTV of him going into that embassy. He went in there to get papers for his upcoming marriage. His wife was sitting in a car waiting outside, and he never came out. 15 members of a hit squad then went in, shown on CCTV. This is bad news. The alleged audio evidence, which Turkish sources have also suggested exists in comments to The Guardian, is particularly strong according to officials. Quote, "You can hear his voice and voices of men speaking Arabic," a source told the Washington Post. "You can hear how he was interrogated, tortured, and then murdered. And then dismembered with a bone saw." While US officials said the contents of the supposed tapes had been described to them, it was not clear whether they had seen or listened to the recordings themselves. Like I say, I've seen enough now circumstantial evidence to say that these recordings exist. This is terrible. This is scary. Donald Trump, did an interview. I think it was yesterday he did the interview with 60 Minutes. It's going to be aired on Sunday, which is tomorrow. And the interviewer asked him about this, and this is what he said.
Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist, the Saudi journalist, was he murdered by the Saudis, and did the prince give the order to kill him?
Well, nobody knows yet, but we'll probably be able to find out. It's being investigated. It's being looked at very, very strongly. We would be very upset and angry if that were the case. As of this moment, they deny it, and they deny it vehemently. Could it be them? Yes.
Jared, your son-in-law, got on the phone and asked the prince. Did he deny it?
They deny it. They deny it every way you can imagine. In the not too distant future, I think we'll know an answer.
What are your options? Let's say they did. What are your options? Would you consider imposing sanctions as a bipartisan group of senators have proposed?
Right, okay. I want to stop it here because she's asked a really important question there. Sanctions. They throw around sanctions like Skittles when it comes to Russia and Iran and Syria and Venezuela. They'll throw them around like Skittles. This is a case where it looks almost certain now that Saudi Arabia have murdered and dismembered a journalist who was critical of them, a well-known journalist who has written for the Washington Post, have killed him. And let's listen to how Trump responds to that.
Depends on what the sanction is. I'll give you an example. They are ordering military equipment. Everybody in the world wanted that order. Russia wanted it. China wanted it. We wanted it. We got it. And we got all of it. Every bit of it.
So would you cut that off?
Well, I tell you what I don't want to do. Boeing, Lockheed, Raytheon, all these, I don't want to hurt jobs. I don't want to lose an order like that. And you know, there are other ways of punishing, to use a word that's a pretty harsh word, but it's true.
So here's a situation where Saudi Arabia have, honestly, I'm not going to say it's certain, but it looks almost certain that Saudi Arabia have killed this journalist and chopped him up because he was critical of the regime. Here's a situation where Saudi Arabia have done this and Trump is not going to cancel the arms trade, the billions in arms deals with Saudi Arabia, because it'll lose jobs at Raytheon and Boeing, etc. Just as I said in the video I did yesterday. It's almost exactly what I said in the video yesterday. There's no way it will be swept under the rug. Nothing will happen. It will be superficial because they've got to protect those arms sales. He's got to protect them because they've got no morals. No morals at all. But America aren't the only country that sell arms to Saudi Arabia. We do too in the UK. I've said this, billions in arms sales. Last year was, I think, the highest ever amount of arms licenses contracted from the UK to Saudi Arabia. I've done figures in the past in videos, and it's huge. It's absolutely massive, the amount of arms sales. And I have scoured the BBC. I have scoured as much as I possibly can to find out if any journalist in this country has got the balls to ask anybody in our fucking government whether we're going to cancel these arms sales to Saudi Arabia on the back of this as well. And I can't find a single fucking journalist that asked the question. Not one. If there are them, please point me to the articles. Not a single fucking journalist has asked the question. And the state of this country at the moment, with regards to its immoral behaviour around the fucking world, is, quite frankly, making me angry as you can. This is how ridiculous it's got. Okay? Journalists aren't asking our government if we're going to cancel the arms sales at all. None of them. An American journalist will ask Trump. Nobody will ask, you know, Theresa May, for instance. Has Theresa May had to answer that question? Has Boris Johnson weighed in? I can't find anything. If they have, please point me to it. But I can't find it. But I tell you, the state of this country and our morals in the government at the moment are so bad. There's one person that has cancelled contracts, or rather put contracts on hold with Saudi Arabia. $1 billion contract with Saudi Arabia. Put that on hold until this is worked out. It looks like they're going to pull out if it's true and Saudi Arabia did kill this journalist. And our government is so fucking immoral right now. Richard Branson has more morals and more moral fibre than the UK government. Branson halts $1 billion Saudi investment talks. Richard fucking Branson has more morals than the UK government. I'm telling you right now, we're fucked. If the Tory government stops in, we are fucked. The planet is fucked. I'm sorry, this is making me angry. It really is. Regular viewers of my channel will know there's nothing that I am more pro than pro-peace. Nothing. And it seems like our morals at the moment is we don't care how much fucking destruction we cause in the world as long as we make a bit of money. As long as the people at the top make a bit of money over it. We don't care. It's immoral, it is. And the fact that Richard Branson has got the balls to cancel any contracts with, or put contracts on hold with Saudi until this is resolved, and the UK government won't, just shows we have lost our fucking way as a country. I'm sorry for the swearing. I try not to swear in my videos, as you know. But in this case, I think it's warranted. Don't you? If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click the bell below so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. Independent voices like mine, I'm sure you're aware by now, are being censored across all social media platforms, so please like and comment on the videos. That really does help the channel out, and share the videos wherever you can to grow the audience. If you can, please support me on Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. I cannot do this without your help. I rely on your donations. Thanks very much for your support. It really is appreciated. Until next time, peace and take care.